Let's explore whether or not trauma is linked to karma. This evening's lesson is drawn from a good-hearted question found on Reddit. If a person experienced something traumatic, like being abused or tortured, was this due to their karma? She'll begin with some broad brushstrokes. Hinduism had a huge effect on Buddhism. And as you may have already read, there are many permutations of Hinduism. In a few of them, kindness and love are seen as antithetical. We are taught that, by some, not all, but by some, that if we really love someone, we won't help them. Instead, we will allow them to work on their karma. What a pious-sounding reason to sit on our hands while people suffer. Buddha did not teach that. Other people teach karma as motivation. Karma's gonna get you if you don't watch out. No. Doing things out of fear of misfortune, doing things out of desire for good fortune, that is poison. 50% of the Buddha's Eightfold Path pertains to loving kindness. The more we train in mindfulness and meditation, the more we will experience the highest love, which is spontaneous and uncontrived. The more that our choices, utterances, and deeds flow from the effortless effort of love's centered spontaneity, the more blissful our life becomes. The key to the Buddha's path is love, not fear or greed. In fact, it has been posited by the great Dzogchen Paltrul Rinpoche of Tibet that the essential Buddhist duality is hope and fear. Same hope and fear that we indulge through karma. What is Buddha's perspective on karma? It's very, very simple. The Buddha was not big on ritual. He was not big on superstition. He was not big on fear. He was not big on greed. Remember, the Buddha was raised in the lap of luxury, where every power and every pleasure was his for the asking. He forsook that and chose a very, very, very simple life instead. So the Buddha's quest was not one of manifesting. He'd already lived a manifester's wet dream, for God's sakes. The Buddha's path was one of mental peace and love. The best example of the Buddha's perspective of karma is found on his discourses on the 5 aggregates. Our body affects our sensations. Our sensations influence our appraisals. Our appraisals influence which drives are triggered. Our triggered drives influence our awareness. There is no punishment in here, no good fortune or bad fortune, just interdependence. Things not happening in a bubble, so to speak. So the Buddha's teaching on interdependence was not for manifesting, was not for those seeking good fortune, not for those fleeing bad fortune. It's just to help us understand love and wisdom. That's all. There is a very tragic facet of patriarchy that delights in victim blaming. This is found wherever humans gather. Professionally, personally, spiritually, secularly, interpersonally. But victim blaming ain't what the Buddha taught. He didn't taunt that the Jews who died in the Holocaust had it coming. He did not teach that the Palestinians who were being exploited and stolen from and tortured and killed for multiple decades had it coming. He didn't teach any of that folly. What is the proper response to the sufferings of others? I'll tell you what it's not. It's not wondering what they did to earn it. The proper response to the sufferings of others is empathy. That feels, who's feeling their pain as our pain, their joy as our joy. And the kindness that allows that empathy to inform our communication and conduct and commerce. So, quick while we're on the subject, Jared had something he wanted to say. Jared wrote, if yes, then why would the people harming them be punished through karma if they are carrying out God's will? To be frank, he wasn't born yet. Thank you, Kevin. Okay, so... So Buddha did not teach from the perspective of the will of a real or imagined celestial entity. He simply taught from the perspective of love. The essence of morality is nonviolence. The essence of mental morality is love. The essence of verbal morality is kind speech. The essence of physical morality is nonviolence. The essence of commercial, commerce-oriented morality is kindness, eschewing a competition and cruelty, embracing cooperation and kindness. No need to be a Karen for ever trying to get someone fired. No need to be a Chad for ever striving to drive others out of business and into the straight. Buddha taught love and kindness as their own reward. Neuroscience teaches us that we are already wired for love and kindness. And that when we work, when we play with our autonomic nervous system in a way that nurtures mindfulness and meditation, then love and kindness become an inevitability. I do look forward to chanting and meditating with you after approximately 30 seconds of housekeeping. This is Lama Jigme Gyatso of the Buddha Joy Meditation School. For more than 30 years, I spent about 8 hours a day, almost every day, studying, practicing, mastering, and reverse engineering the teachings and techniques of each sect of Buddhism so that you would not have to. Welcome, my friends, to Meditate Like a Jedi, which is made possible due to the generosity of viewers just like you, and Kevin, and Jay, and Rue, and Teddy. I tell you, Teddy keeps sending me his kibble. Teddy's a good boy. Thank you for the clarification, Jared. Let us bring the 5 body regions into the path of bliss and letting go. Tonight we're going to play with bliss and letting go, awareness and letting go, and we're going to conclude with love and letting go. According to good old Karma Chakme Rinpoche, the essence of the Bodhisattva vows was to share our well wishes for others. Please chant with me. Oopsie. As we relax into our exhalation, whatever lower abdomen we might have noticed during our previous inhalation. Wow, I keep decapitating this poor Buddha. Let me see if I can't fix that. That'll work. Okay, let's try it again from the top. As we relax into our exhalation, whatever lower abdomen we might have noticed during our previous inhalation could begin to feel as non-graspable as real or imaginable cities, mustard seed-sized syllable of green light. So as we breathe in, please silently and mentally recite the essence of what we just chanted. Womb's green relaxing. Of course, the womb area is south of the navel. So what I'd like to do is this. I would very much like to perform this exercise for 4 rounds, assuming a round is 1 inhalation followed by 1 exhalation. During each inhalation, I would like to move my left thumb until it comes to rest either on a set of creases or a tip of a finger. Please join with me. Allow me to explain. During the inhalation, we silently, mentally, and passively recite the italicized bit. During the exhalation, we physically relax as best we can whilst striving to chant this 12-syllable mantra 4 times per breath. If this is your first time working with this mantra, please be kind enough to give yourself permission to have a learning curve. Om Mahum Benzo Guru Mimaziri Hung Om Mahum Benzo Guru Mimaziri Hung Om Mahum Benzo Guru Mimaziri Hung Om Mahum Benzo Guru Mimaziri Hung. Now we come to spontaneous awareness and letting go. Every time we breathe in, our sympathetic nervous system supports our ability to notice vulnerably, passively, viscerally, and randomly. Every time we exhale, our parasympathetic nervous system supports our ability to physically relax and mentally release. How do we keep our 3-pound supercomputer between our ears from acting like Steve Urkel, fumbling and bumbling and making a mess of everything? We get it to cooperate through the simple use of words. During our inhalation, we invite our brain to silently and mentally recite the demonstrative pronoun this, thus aiding in perception. During our exhalation, we invite our brain to silently and mentally recite the 1-syllable verb ease, thus aiding in release. So I'm going to check a message. Jared wrote, yesterday I went to to a presentation about the accuracy of Jurassic Park. It was at a museum with a bit of prehistorical stuff. This helps put into perspective how short life is, since we live at most a century in a world that's billions of years old. Aptly put, Jared. Aptly put. Ever-changing, one and all, there is nothing permanent to grasp. Please chant with me. As we relax into our exhalation, the area behind the navel that we might have noticed during our previous inhalation could begin to feel as non-graspable as real or imagined right now above us. Mustard seed-sized syllable thrum of gold lights. Navel thrum, relaxing. Look at that. That's what us big kids call an editing opportunity. Om Mahum Benzo Guru Me Maziri Hum Om Mahum Benzo Guru Me Maziri Hum Om Mahum Benzo Guru Me Maziri Hum Om Mahum Benzo Guru Me Maziri Hum. As we relax into our exhalation, whatever hot we might have noticed during our previous inhalation could begin to feel as non-graspable as real or imagined Nokshobians. Mustard seed-sized little balloon of blue light. Actually, a syllable can't be the size of mustard, but a single letter can. Hopefully I will infer that with my clever use of editing tools. Om Mahum Benzo Guru Me Maziri Hum Om Mahum Benzo Guru Me Maziri Hum Om Mahum Benzo Guru Me Maziri Hum Om Mahum Benzo Guru Me Maziri Hum. As we relax into our exhalation, whatever threat we might have noticed during our previous inhalation could begin to feel as non-graspable as real or imagined, not me, Thomas. Mustard seeds I suitable free of red light. Om Mahum Benzo Guru Me Maziri Hung Om Mahum Benzo Guru Me Maziri Hung Om Mahum Benzo Guru Me Maziri Hung Om Mahum Benzo Guru Me Maziri Hung. As we relax into our exhalation, whatever crown or scalp we might have noticed during our previous inhalation could begin to feel as non-graspable as real or imagined Vaduchanas. Mustard seeds I set a bloom of white light. Om Mahum Benzo Guru Me Maziri Hung Om Mahum Benzo Guru Me Maziri Hung Om Mahum Benzo Guru Me Maziri Hung Om Mahum Benzo Guru Me Maziri Hung. So let's camp out here for a few minutes. Having climbed to contemplative cruising altitude, together as a team, let us meditate as transformatively as Rey on Octo under the guidance of Luke Skywalker. And now let us bring the dualistic five perceptions into the path of non-duality's awareness and letting go. As we relax into our exhalation, whatever dualistic experience of beauty or ugliness we might have noticed during our previous inhalation could begin to melt into the non-duality of just sights. Om Ahum Benzo Guru Me Maziri Hung Om Ahum Benzo Guru Me Maziri Hung Om Ahum Benzo Guru Me Maziri Hung Om Ahum Benzo Guru Me Maziri Hung. As we relax into our exhalation, whatever dualistic experience of discord or harmony we might have noticed during our previous inhalation could begin to melt into the non-duality of simply sounds. Om Ahum Benzo Guru Me Maziri Hung Om Ahum Benzo Guru Me Maziri Hung Om Ahum Benzo Guru Me Maziri Hung Om Ahum Benzo Guru Me Maziri Hung. As we relax into our exhalation, whatever dualistic experience of how or fragrant we might have noticed during our previous inhalation could begin to melt into the non-duality of simply scent. Benzo Guru Me Maziri Hung Om Mahum Benzo Guru Me Maziri Hung Om Mahum Benzo Guru Me Maziri Hung Om Mahum Benzo Guru Me Maziri Hung. As we relax into our exhalation, whatever dualistic experience of disgusting or delicious we might have noticed during our previous inhalation could begin to melt into the non-duality of simply taste. Oh, Crown Revenant, there's no need to scold Jared. Jared did an excellent job of bringing Jurassic Park into the path of impermanence. If you have trouble reading the word taste, let me know and I'll adjust the font. Om Mahum Benzo Guru Me Maziri Hung Om Mahum Benzo Guru Me Maziri Hung Om Mahum Benzo Guru Me Maziri Hung Om Mahum Benzo Guru Me Maziri Hung. As we relax into our exhalation, whatever dualistic experience of pain or pleasure we might have noticed during our previous inhalation could begin to melt into the non-duality of simply feels. Om Mahum Benzo Guru Me Mazuri Hung Om Mahum Benzo Guru Me Mazuri Hung Om Mahum Benzo Guru Me Mazuri Hung Om Mahum Benzo Guru Me Mazuri Hung. Let us bring the 5 mental poisons into the path of awareness and letting go. As we relax into our exhalation, whatever hate we might have noticed during our previous inhalation could begin to feel as non-graspable as mirror-like wisdom's clear void. So here is the secret lesson in these 5 exercises. The purpose of the 5 wisdoms is not to serve as an antidote to the 5 poisons. Au contraire. The only antidote is noticing and releasing in harmony with our inhalation and our exhalation. But doing so transforms hate into mirror-like wisdom, which is mind-blowing. I still remember the day I was first exposed to that teaching. Mind blown. Whoops, wrong button. Om Ahum Benzo Guru Me Maziri Hum Om Ahum Benzo Guru Me Maziri Hum Om Ahum Benzo Guru Me Maziri Hum Om Ahum Benzo Guru Me Maziri Hum. As we relax into our exhalation, whatever pride we might have noticed during our previous inhalation could begin to feel as non-graspable as the equalizing wisdom of primordial voidness. So once again, during our inhalation, we notice. During our exhalation, we relax. Om Mahum Benzo Guru Me Maziri Hung Om Mahum Benzo Guru Me Maziri Hung Om Mahum Benzo Guru Me Maziri Hung Om Mahum Benzo Guru Me Maziri Hung. Whoopsie, there we go. As we relax into our exhalation, whatever craving we might have noticed during our previous inhalation could begin to feel as non-graspable as discerning wisdom's bliss void. Let us dispel the poison pill of concentration. fMRI studies demonstrate that when we rely on the portion of the prefrontal cortex, the medial prefrontal cortex, to actively concentrate, our blood coalesces at our amygdala, at the base of our limbic system, the seat of aggression and anxiety. However, when we trade the active concentration of the medial prefrontal cortex for the mindfulness of the sympathetic nervous system, located, ensconced within the thoracic region of the spinal cord, mindfulness that is vulnerable, passive, visceral, and even random, then our blood shifts from our cranky, anxious amygdala to our anterior cingulate gyrus, seat of empathy and compassion and love. So as we practice, it's okay for our mind to wander. Sometimes our wandering thoughts will be in the background, and that's fine. Sometimes our wandering thoughts will be in the foreground, and that's fine. Persist in noticing and relaxing, and everything will take care of itself, even the sloppiest of practices. Om Mahum Benzo Guru Me Maziri Hung Om Mahum Benzo Guru Me Maziri Hung Om Mahum Benzo Guru Me Maziri Hung Om Mahum Benzo Guru Me Maziri Hung. As we relax into our exhalation, whatever jealousy we might have noticed during our previous inhalation could begin to feel as non-graspable as all-accomplishing wisdom's void intellect. And so we're using the word vi as a monosyllabic synonym of jealousy's competition. Om Mahum Benzo Guru Me Maziri Hung Om Mahum Benzo Guru Me Maziri Hung Om Mahum Benzo Guru Me Maziri Hung Om Mahum Benzo Guru Me Maziri Hung. Okay, so Jared, sadhana has many words. Literally it means practice. Figuratively, it refers to a practice text. So what we're doing right now is the verb practice. We're practicing together. And this PDF, which is available for free download, is the sadhana text. So Crown Revenant asked, what is the purpose of reciting mantra in your view? There are many reasons to recite mantra, many of them bad. If we recite mantra to get rid of something or to increase something, well, then we're falling into the trap of hope and fear. If we're simply using mantra to assist in our passive contemplations, our active meditations, that's not the right word. If our passive contemplations or passive meditations, then it's useful. So we're using it simply as a tool to assist in meditation. That's all. So right now we're meditating on bringing the five mental poisons into the path of the five wisdoms. So what I bring to the table is a lifetime full of disabilities. And I have found personally that for those of us who have difficulty managing dopamine, those of us with ADHD, that mantra work can help us to meditate. For those of us who have such challenges, 100% silent work is not really on the table. As we real quick, someone wrote, Crow Revenant wrote, I think Tibetans sometimes culturally use mantras like Manjushri mantra to sharpen their mental abilities. Example, you are presenting an exam. Well, you are right. People can use mantras for many reasons. I'm reminded of the writings attributed to St. Paul of Tarsus. Many things are permitted, but not many things are profitable. So just because people do so, once again, it comes back to the teachings of Dzogchen and the teachings of Mahamudra. The highest use of mantra is to transcend the duality of hope and fear through the cunning practice of either Sutra Mahamudra or Ati Yoga, also known as Trekcho. But like that I translate as simply noticing and releasing. As we relax into our exhalation, whatever confusion we might have noticed during our previous inhalation could begin to feel as non-graspable as all-pervasive wisdom's awareness void. The great Karma Jigme of Tibet explained, metaphorically, that sometimes the cadaver of a commoner is found in the bed of a scholar. Now that is not a reference to, what's the word I'm looking for? Necrophilia. That's a reference to someone can squander their whole life and then die without having mastered the rainbow body because they were focusing too much on scholastic performance instead of simply practicing the teachings in a practical, visceral, transformative way. The Buddha taught in the second to the final passage of the Satipatthana Sutta that full enlightenment could be mastered in a week, in just 7 days. Skullduggery is not a requirement for enlightenment, but it can be a seductive distraction. Om Mahum Benzo Guru Me Maziri Hung Om Mahum Benzo Guru Me Maziri Hung Om Mahum Benzo Guru Me Maziri Hung Om Mahum Benzo Guru Me Maziri Hung. So in this context, Crow, what's going on is during our inhalation, we're silently, mentally, and passively reciting this italicized bit. During our exhalation, we are physically relaxing as best we can into the recitation of this 12-syllable mantra. So this is acting sort of like a power pack. Sometimes when people go on outings where they will bring an additional power pack for their cell phone. Let us bring the 5 aggregates into the path of awareness and letting go. These are the same 5 aggregates that I mentioned during the opening lesson. Oh, it's so nice. It's sunset here in Los Angeles County of Southern California, and I can hear a bird chirping away. Usually I only hear that in the morning, so this is quite a treat. As we relax into our exhalation, whatever body or form we might have noticed during our previous inhalation could begin to feel as non-graspable as a vast empty void. So, what is a real-world example of a non-graspable vast empty void? How about the illusion of the infinite azure sky on a bright and beautiful cloudless morn, which, although could be tantalizing to the eye, is actually quite intangible to the hand? There's nothing mystical or magical about the 5 aggregates. That's just one of the many systems the Buddha used to describe human experience. Different circumstances, he used different systems. Let us not get worked up over one system versus another system. Om Mahum Benzo Guru Mima Siri Hung Om Mahum Benzo Guru Mima Siri Hung Om Mahum Benzo Guru Mima Siri Hung Om Mahum Benzo Guru Mima Siri Hung. Excuse me, Jared. I don't know what say bulba is. Would you please shed some light on that for me? As we relax into our exhalation, whatever sensations such as pleasure, pain, or neither we might have noticed during our previous inhalation could begin to feel as non-graspable as a vast empty void. Well, when you feel comfortable, Jared, I'd love to hear more about what you find about the facets of this character that speak to you. Om Mahung Ben Suguru Me Maziri Hung Om Mahung Ben Suguru Me Maziri Hung Om Mahung Ben Suguru Me Maziri Hung Om Mahung Ben Suguru Me Maziri Hung. As we relax into our exhalation, whatever appraisal of pleasure or pain's intensity or volume we might have noticed during our previous inhalation could begin to feel as non-graspable as a vast empty void. Aptly put, Jared. Aptly put. There are some people who feel that he was a villain, but there are other people, both particle physicists as well as neuroscientists, who insist there is no such thing as free will. Just a very, very long and complex web of causality. Things influencing things, influencing things, influencing things. And this has been verified to a certain degree by fMRI studies. And so I think it's very nice, it's very good, it's very healthy that you're able to separate the person from their actions. Well done, Jared. Om Mahung Ben Suguru Me Maziri Hung Om Mahung Ben Suguru Me Maziri Hung Om Mahung Ben Suguru Me Maziri Hung Om Mahung Ben Suguru Me Maziri Hung. Live long enough, and there is not a single role we do not try on for size, often inadvertently. And deep down, each of us wants there to be at least one person who will give us the benefit of the doubt. Even if it turns out we are but a non-playable character in an alien's simulation. Good quote, Jared. Good quote. As we relax into our exhalation, whatever impulse such as fucking, feeding, fighting, fleeing, fainting, or fighting, fawning we might have noticed during our previous inhalation could begin to feel as non-graspable as a vast empty void. We're using drive as a monosyllabic synonym of impulse. Om Mahum Benzo Guru Me Maziri Hung Om Mahum Benzo Guru Me Maziri Hung Om Mahum Benzo Guru Me Maziri Hung Om Mahum Benzo Guru Me Maziri Hung. As we relax into our exhalation, whatever awareness of perception, emotion, intention, cognition, recollection, or imagination we might have noticed during our previous inhalation could begin to feel as non-graspable as a vast empty void. Om Ahum Benzo Guru Me Maziri Hung Om Ahum Benzo Guru Me Maziri Hung Om Ahum Benzo Guru Me Maziri Hung Om Ahum Benzo Guru Me Maziri Hung. I invoke teachers on action, on meditation, in whom view that the Benzatantric Guru teaches Pema enlightenment and siddhi abilities, whom may be mastered by all. Let us bring the spontaneous play of mind into the path of awareness and letting go. As we breathe in, please silently, mentally, and passively recite, relaxing into this. During the exhalation, please physically relax as best you can while striving to chant this 12-syllable mantra 4 times per breath. Once you feel like this mantra has become child's play for you, then during the mantra recitation, during the exhalation, you may wish to gently rest your gaze upon the pronoun, the demonstrative pronoun, this. And which, of course, refers to whatever we notice spontaneously, habitually, easily, and effectively. Be it a sight, a sound, a sensation, a flavor, a scent, or the like. Be it an emotion, an intention, a thought, a memory, or an imagining. Whether that which we notice is external or internal, physical or mental, pleasurable or painful, interesting or boring, glorious or grotesque. Om mani mimi yung, 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 om mani mimi yung. Oh, let's go back over here. Oh, we're short on time. Okay, here we go. Om Ahum Benzo Guru Me Mazari Hung 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 Om maziri hung om, mahung benzo guru me maziri hung om, mahung benzo guru me maziri hung. Om mahum benzo guru me maziri hung om, mahum benzo guru me maziri hung om, mahum benzo guru me maziri hung om, mahum benzo guru me maziri hung. Om mahum benzo guru me maziri hung om, mahum benzo guru me maziri hung om, mahum benzo guru me maziri hung om, mahum benzo guru me maziri hung. Let us seal this practice by percussively chanting. Love and letting goes. Love and letting go's wishes for universal enlightenment and well-being. May all minds of all beings lucid yet void now be as enlightened as a Buddha's mind symbolized by a inseparable bija. May all speech of all beings resounding yet void now be as loving as a Buddha's speech symbolized by a multi-syllable mantra. May all forms of all beings sensual yet void now be as healthy as a Yadama type depicted in Buddhist statuary. May all lots of all beings appearing yet void now be as fortunate as a pure land of law depicted in Buddhist paintings. If you feel that I have earned it, you could give this live stream a thumbs up. You could even help support this channel. In approximately 10 2/3 hours, I would very much like to return to tomorrow's early meditation class and group practice. And if you are as geeky as me, may the Force be with you always.